Well, normally what I do is I'll get two venti. I go to, Starbucks, I get two venti of the pike with 2 shots in them. So black eye in both.
What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel. Welcome to week 1 of the DPL. It's just a fun and entertaining league for your boy. I need this. You know what I mean? This is stress release. This is a stress release league for me, you know? It really is. If you haven't checked out the draft recap video, I'd highly suggest you please check that out. And I'll also plug it in on the outro of this video for today. The outro will explain the wild and crazy playoff format. So stay tuned for that. But today we are going over the week 1 battle against the Santa Barbara Sizzlipedes, coached by Oats, Asperdian, aka Asperdian, on the screen right here. So how these videos are going to work is I'm going to go over turn by turn, from my perspective, like what I did, what was my reasoning behind it, and what could I have done better, because I can always do better in every battle, win or lose. And and then I'll reveal my sets after. So normally a lot of people want to drop a team builder really quickly in the front and then go over the battle, and then it's done. We're gonna put the team builder at the end. It's kind of like it's how I it's the same way that Oat received it after we finished. We battled, and then I gave her my paste. So y'all are gonna see the paste a lot later, but for now I'm going to drop the matchup below. So here it is on the screen right now. I really prepped for the Chandelure and the Moltres Galler. Scrafty a little bit too, simply because I wasn't bringing Comfy, but the one surprising thing to me was there was a Venomoth over a Chandelure, and to me that was kind of wild. Yes, I did prepare for Quillfish. You intimidate the intimidate Rocky Helmet set kind of made me, it's not the greatest thing for Urshifu to deal with, but it's there, right? And I was really scared of the you're gonna see later on, I was really scared of a certain Lottie set, but fortunately for me, the certain Lottie set did not come, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But my lead, not seeing Chandelure, was really crazy. So one of the things that I exploited with Oats draft is that she didn't draft a grass type per se, so that helped. That I built around not drafting a grass type, and that meant certain things would be more viable. So initially my lead was Mega Scizor. I want to check the box and get momentum via U-turn, because I look at this team and I'm like, okay, as long as Clef and Lottie don't lead off, or Zeraora for that matter, because so what happened was that I played this Mega Scizor like it was Fizz Def, but I was really Spid Def and I forgot about it, and I'll explain in the turns what was happening, why I was doing a certain end game play. It's because that I was playing Mega Scizor Fizz Def when I was really Spid Def. But instead I went for, as I will just click play now, I went for the Rotom Wash lead instead, which actually was a lot better. So again, if I led Mega Scizor here, I was in a bad spot, simply because I don't have a way of touching Quillfish. But what leading Rotom Wash allowed me to get an advantage on said Quillfish. Volt Switch immunity is Zeraora, but again, because I want to make sure Zero Aura doesn't get out of hand, I Will-O-Wisp. And I Will-O-Wisp and I landed on the Lottie, and I thought I was in a really good spot. I really think that I'm going to have a good battle here, simply because I feared Dragon Dance Mega Latios. I really did. And that was, I could not switch into that very well. Another thing I couldn't switch into was a sub-call mindset from either the Keldeo or the Chandelure, or even just a Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath, Moltres Galar. But, you know, I just played, you know, straight up. You know, I didn't really play straight up. I just made, like, the best play for myself. And I wanted to see if O would react to things. And so, as of now, I think I'm in a really good spot right now to Will-O-Wisp the Mega Lottie turn 1. I wanted to burn the Zero Aura, but that didn't happen. Here, I Volt Switch out. But obviously, you know, Mega Lottie stays in, and Psychic Crit does 38. You know, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm glad I made it Spadef, because I think if I wasn't Spadef and I got the crit, like, I'd probably be in the yellow instead of the green. So that's really good intel for me to know that this is special Mega Lottie, because this allows me to scout for Mystical Fire with Rotom Wash. So here, I go to Rotom Wash here, Mystical Fire drops 19, lowers my special attack. But this is okay. I'm okay with this. I'm really okay with the special attack drop, because the next turn is, I believe, the turn... Yes, I foul play here, and I outsped, so I know that this is a bulky Latios for some reason. A bulky Mega Latios, and I was afraid of an offensive fast Mega Latios, but this played more like a Mega Latias. As the Psychic comes off here. It does a lot, but I get lefties back to get to a third of health back, as the Lottie is down here. I think the next turn, the turn that I did, so the fourth move I had on this was Toxic, and I was afraid that, you know, this Lottie would stay in carelessly and scout for Toxic, and then I lose this Pokemon instead. So here I just foul played straight up as Clefable comes in. Foul play does 6% because it's a Clefable, and it resists said foul play, which is fine. So again, here, because I know I can get up out of here via Volt Switch, as I go to Miss Mag here to scout for Mystical Fire. I was really scared that he would Mystical Fire. With Mystical Fire on the Switch. So instead, I went to Miss Mag to scout for that. To scout for the Flamethrower, excuse me. And that didn't happen. It was just a raw Moonblast here. And I could have went Scizor there, got my Mega up. I would have been in a better spot there. But I had to. But I really don't want to lose Scizor, that's why. And with Lottie being chipped down, I can play with this more aggressively. With this coming in now, I'm able to fire off a Shadow Ball for free. I do not see a Shadow Ball switch in, so I'll just gladly take as much chip as I can get. 39 is really nice on the Clef, as Clef takes me down. But that allows me to bring in Scizor cleanly. Being Spadef Scizor means I can take Flamethrower, but I'll at the same time, like, I'm 75 base speed, whereas I know Clef is a 60 base speed Mon, so I actually U-turn out to see whether you know, Oat stays in here or not. But as you're going to see here, the Quillfish comes back out here to intimidate me, and I U-turn. However, I do not take Rocky Helmet, so that's really good to know. As I go to my Lando right here, the best play for O, honestly, was to stay in and Scald me. I really think that if O did that, she would have been in a better spot. She would have been in a really, really good spot. Like, all the momentum would have went back to her, as opposed to what I end up doing here, which is getting up rocks. Which was really, really good for me because hazard removal did not exist on this team. Unless, for some reason, that this Lottie was a defog recover Lottie or a defog roost Lottie, then I didn't see hazard removal being a thing. But then, like, later on in the battle, I realized that freaking Venomoth was here for defog purposes. But because I knew that Rotom-Wash outpaced this, I knew that I could just straight up knock off and get the kill straight up. I could have U-turned, but I didn't want to give out the initiative. Like, maybe I could have U-turned and, you know, pressured out this Keldeo that's about to come in here. But so here, like, I'm in a really dangerous spot because, you know, this Keldeo is, in my head, I'm like, this Keldeo is about to sub. Again, like, this is not looking great for me, right? Like, my only out here is to let to go to Rotom-Wash, but as you see here, the Scald crits, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know what? Rotom wasn't needed anymore simply because, like, it was there to make sure, like, you know, Lottie isn't, you know, getting too reckless. You know, Chandelure didn't come, so I felt like that was, you know, expendable at the time. So I let thing go. I let the washing machine go, no problem. As I go to Eldegoss here, thinking that this is choice locked. If it subs on my sleep powder, then it subs on my sleep powder, and I'm in a really dangerous spot. But goes to the Venomoth, and I believe Shield Dust. If it was Shield Dust, it would block the sleep powder. And later on, we talked about it. Oat did not prepare for Eldegoss as much as, you know, she would have liked. She didn't know Eldegoss would be such a problem to the team. Because, again, not drafting a grass type, you know, I felt that, you know, I could click the sleep powder button as much as possible. A lot. So, you know, obviously stun powder is another option. But, again, her electric type is Zero Aura. That can never be paralyzed, so I felt that sleep powder was more spammable in this matchup. I land a sleep powder and the Venomoth goes to sleep, so I know that it's not Shield Dust. And then this was where I was like, oh, this was your defogger, and I just put that to sleep. I just put that to bed, which was really, really good for me, honestly. So here, I recognized also, like, the reason why I go to Lando here is because Mega Lottie is off the board. So this means that from this point on, EQ switches do not exist. Venomoth is part bug and part poison, so that means that it's gonna be neutral to this Earthquake. So here, Venomoth is asleep. I EQ, it does 81. Venomoth is still asleep. Venomoth couldn't really touch me, so again, I just EQ and kill this. It is what it is. But then that allows free Keldeo, and here I gotta go back into. I don't have Rotom anymore, and I'm thinking this is the most obvious Scald, and I only have one Scald switch in, so I just go to it. Didn't make the play, and just, you know, scalded the incoming Eldegoss. If I get burnt, I get burnt. I had aromatherapy if needed, but I was gonna wait for something else to get burned to later on click aromatherapy. So getting this burned wouldn't have been an issue for me, honestly. But fortunately for me, I didn't get the burn, so that's fine. Because again, I'd rather have Eldegoss be burnt than toxic. So this is fine right here. Goes to Quillfish here as I land another sleep powder, which was really, really nice. Keldeo, like, this made me for certain that Keldeo was choice locked, and it's going to force Oat to make the right read, the right prediction, and things like that. I was clicking Sleep Powder here, no matter what. You know, and if she subbed, she subbed. Like, it is what it is. But I put this to bed, which again allows me to go back to Lando, as Quillfish unfortunately is still asleep, as I just super effectively EQ that thing. Here comes Keldeo once again, and I stay in. So all those turns where I went Rotom the first time, scalded, and killed the Rotom. The second time I went Eldegoss, scalded 30. So I stayed in. And now you're probably thinking like, oh, like, you know, why not Icy Wind? You know, aren't you scared of Icy Wind being a thing? Yes, but at the same time, like, that allowed Scizor to, you know, set up. Or just straight up U-turn out. Because the problem with being Icy Wind is that Mega Scizor switches into that super well. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in on a potential Air Slash, because Air Slash is the most spammable move on my team. Not just, you know, for, yeah, like, I said that in the freaking draft recap thing, right? Like, my flying switch doesn't really exist outside of Rotom Wash. So Air Slash was the freest move to predict the Eldegoss. I was Fizdef Eldegoss. I could not afford to take 2 Air Slashes. No. So I stayed in here like a madman. The Air Slash does 42, and then I just U-turn out into Mega Scizor. Mega Scizor is Spadef to take one of these. So what I end up doing here, the Clefable goes, and I just go double into Lando T. Knowing that this Keldeo is choice locked, there was no way it could scald right in front. So I just made the double. I just made the quick double right here. And in order for me to just, you know, EQ something right away, I was predicting Zeraora to come in. That's why I went Lando, because Zeraora actually resists Bullet Punch. So that's why I made the Lando play. But instead, I get Clefable here. Keldeo is here again. Now I go to Eldegoss here, as he just flip turns, which only does 5% because I'm Fizdef for the Zeraora here, as Oat's going to take Helmet here and goes into Zeraora. Sits on the rocks, no problem. So that means it's boots Zeraora, which is really good intel for me, as Zeraora bulks up in front of my face. And I missed the Sleep Powder. So the one Sleep Powder that, you know, I really needed, I miss. You know, but at the same time, this is... I can't switch out and dance around this thing. I made this Max Fizdef to purposely take this on. And I was expecting Blaze Kick here, but instead, Oat knocks off my Rocky Helmet. 34 damage is a lot. But here, I Giga Drain back up to 3/4 health. The CC here really does a lot here, and I end up Sleep Powdering here. The reason why I Giga Drain was to get the chip, was to, you know, gain as much health as I can in order to take the next hit, which I predicted would be Blaze Kick. And then I just Sleep Powder, and then if I miss, I miss, and then I have to, you know, essentially, you know, intimidate the Lando, and, you know, try to kill it. It would have been a completely different ball game. I had outs if I missed Sleep Powder, but Sleep Powder allowed me to, you know, relax and calm down, because around this time is like, you know, this is considered end game, so like I have a tendency to misplay end game situations like this. So I just Sleep Powder here, and thank goodness I landed, because what it allowed me to do was Giga Drain twice. Unfortunately, she never really woke up in any of these Sleep Powders, but it made Eldegoss look really good. So there's that. And Keldeo comes in here, and it's going to click Air Slash. I don't want this to die. I can regen that back up. Air Slash Here I just BP thinking I died to the next air slash, but I somehow don't. So this is the part where I was playing this like max Fizz death. Yeah, here air slash would have killed me, but it misses. So now this 3-0 win turns into a 4-0 win, and I didn't even need to bring Urshifu out the ball, which was really nice, honestly. But shout out Lando for getting 4 kills this game. Shout out Eldegoss for 1v1ing Zero Aura like it was supposed to. I'm really proud of this team construction that I did all by myself. Like I said, this is a relaxed league, so this is a league where I'm gonna challenge myself to build for myself and not take any outside advice from people. And this is a really good player. Ode is a really good player in this league. Has the highest CCS according to the website that we use for this draft league. So I didn't really want to bring that much heat, simply because I wanted to challenge myself if I can beat someone with a high CCS score. And I ended up doing that. Which was fantastic for me. And I'll show you the pace really quickly. Give me 1 second. Alright, here is the full pace of my DPL week 1 team. I named it Oatmeal Cookies because I thought I was funny. Ha! 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 Anyway. So we have banded Urshifu Rapid. I don't remember what I sped crept this for. To be completely honest with you, it's been a while. It's been a while, my G. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember the speed creep for this or Miss Mag. But I knew that Urshifu was going to operate as a water type if I get rid of the Quillfish. I was 50-50 on the Quillfish coming or not coming for said Urshifu, which is why I have Thunder Punch in the back for it. If I was able to chip it a little down, I wanted it in Banded T-Punch range, just through the Intimidate. Aqua Jet was there to pick off fast stuff like Zero Aura and things like that, and then U-Turn. You know, I don't like running U-Turn on my Urshifu Rapids, but like, you know, if I was gonna be banded, I guess I have a good excuse to run U-Turn, right? It's fine. Miss Mag, again, Shadow Ball switching wasn't great on this team, so I had Shadow Ball for the whole team, Dazzling Beam specifically for Scrafty if it showed up, Mystical Fire in case of what's it called? If Moltres Galar gets out of hand, if Shandy and Keldeo get out of hand, I can just drop their special attacks. Fine. I was like, oh, what about Thunderbolt and things like that? And I was just like, no. I'd rather have the utility, honestly. And then the Trick immunity on the team was a Mega Latios, which doesn't appreciate a Shadow Ball anyway, so I thought that Trick would be really nice if Oat decided to bring a fatter team. Next was the Eldegoss, which put in a ton of work, landing, you know, well, I was like, what, 2 for 3 on the sleep powders? So, not bad. No, I was 3 for 4. Yeah, because I missed one on Zero Aura, and then the second one on Zero Aura I landed. So 3 for 4 on the sleep powders was really good for Eldegoss. Made it max Fizz Def was because I was scared of Blaze Click being a thing. But it wasn't Blaze Kick, thank God. Eldegoss 1v1 Zero Aura for me, which was really nice. Rotom Wash was, so I was Foul Play instead of Hydro Pump because I was, obviously no one wants to miss Hydro Pump. I didn't want to miss Hydro Pump in front of Shandy, and then Shandy like starts, you know, sub CFing and winning. So I felt that Foul Play would be the best to make sure that, you know, just so that way, you know, if Shandy were to kill me, at least I break the sub, and then I can just, you know, I think that's what the speed is for, actually, now that I mention it. I think the Urshifu has enough speed to outpace sub CM. Chandelure, and then I just Surging Strikes through the stuff. Yeah. So, that was the Rotom set. Will-O-Wisp was there to try to burn the Zero Aura so I could Volt Switch for free. Toxic is there because I wanted to know if Clefable was Unaware or Magic Guard. I still don't know, so Toxic was there for me to figure that out, which one is what. That's why it's there. Lando T, I debated with a lot of Lando T sets. I won't reveal what Lando T that was here initially, but because if I run into Ode again, I will bring that Lando T, the very cool Lando T. But I ended up bringing a basic Lando T, max HP, pretty much max speed with helmet. I didn't put any attack in it. I just felt that I wanted it to be fast support. It is my only rocker on the squad, so it has rocks, EQ, U-turn, and knockoff, and then helmet is, again, I was really concerned about Zero Aura, so I would love to intimidate Zero Aura and then get the helmet chip and then just EQ that thing backwards. And then of course we have standard Mega Scizor right here. SD, U-turn, Bullet Punch, Roost. I was in the end game I was playing it like Max Fizdef, but here I was Spidef because Flamethrower Clefable was a thing. And with that, I will see you guys next week. We play Emp week 2. He's got a scary team, but we gonna pull out the stops for Emp. That is my boy. So that game's gonna be a lot of fun for me. At the time of recording this, I'm going to be playing him very soon, so I'm gonna get my mind right. I'll see you guys next week. It's me, your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces! And now for the moment y'all have been waiting for, the DPL playoff format reveal. Enjoy, guys.
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?